about that. So, but it's important for me to tell him when I'm not doing work.
Right. All right. So there we are, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the podcast for Datclickdoe. Plant, I don't know if you could see that on the stream, but I'm going to let you work that out.
I'm actually pulling it up right now.
I mean, if you want to see it's there for.
I
I had to
do
lower
wanna
my
see
seat
it.
a little bit because I had to get it straight. My Chrome keeps popping out, man. It keeps reloading. I'm gonna have to check that out. See what's going on.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Right? I'm just saying.
It's all about it.
It's all about it, man. Don't get it twisted. Whoa! Did I lose everybody? Did I lose you? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah. Okay, I was afraid I lost you for a second, man.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. So tonight we're gonna be, looking at a few things from the standpoint of the topic, which is, what do you do when you're not gaming? Like that'll ever happen. Okay, let's just
Maybe
be real.
sleep.
Maybe sleep. Maybe. But yeah. Let's just be honest. What do you do when you're not gaming? I mean, that's a big question because for the most part, I mean, most of us already know. We don't do anything but game, right? I'm just saying that's classic for us, or it should be at least. It should be to some degree. I mean, so we're going to talk about that tonight. We're also going to talk about Kyle Giersdorf. All right, Mr. Fortnite, Mr. has put teenage gameplay on the map. Got parents all over the world saying my kids have to do this, right? I'm just gonna say that's what it should be. Excuse me for all the hoopla. I threw some of that. I was trying to get the channel back up together. Thank you guys for joining the stream. If you're here to discuss this subject with us, and I hope is that me or you reverbing? Am I reverbing?
It might be me. I can just mute myself whenever I'm not
No.
talking.
It's me. It's me. I'm sorry. It's me. Don't worry about that. But yeah, this deal with Kyle Giersdorf as adults talking about, Fortnite, and you know what? I'm just gonna kick to this funny video because I think you should see it. I think you should see this, right? I don't know if you've seen this by Ballin Gaming. Have you seen this?
I haven't.
Hopefully you'll get the. Tell me if you get the audio. Can you hear the audio?
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Why?
Turn on Fortnite and play it now. Because that kid won $3 million playing Fortnite. Turn it on and play Fortnite. And don't you stop playing Fortnite. And you're off the soccer team. That kid won $3 million at 16 years old. You know any 16-year-olds in America making $3 million?
Maybe I
No.
can't.
Put on the Fortnite. What you doing?
I got it on my speakers, and I'm trying not to make it really loud. What are they saying?
No. You have to hear it. Let me see if it. If you want to mute your mic and turn up your speakers, do that. Can you do that?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Take your time. I'm gonna have to replay that. And just hit your mic real quick and let me know when you're ready.
I think I'm good.
Okay, you interrupt if you tell me you can't hear this.
Okay.
Hey, Joe, what game are you playing?
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Why?
Turn on Fortnite and play it now. Because that kid won $3
I
million
don't think I can
playing
hear it.
Fortnite. Turn it on
Okay, let me see if
and
it
play
can be heard
Fortnite.
through
And don't
the-
you stop playing Fortnite. And you're off the soccer team. That kid won $3 million at 16 years old. You know any 16-year-olds in America making $3 million? No. Put on the Fortnite.
You can't hear it through the stream?
Don't nobody care about.
I don't think so.
Okay. So the premise of the video is, if you guys, I can hear it on my side on the stream, but the premise of it is this father telling his kids, look, go ahead, turn it on, play Fortnite now, play it now. That's what you need to do, play it now. And the kid's like, okay, he says, no, turn it on now. This kid won $3 million. You need to play Fortnite right now. You need to turn it on. And then his other kid, it switches over to the other kid. He says, what are you doing? He says, I'm reading a book about Amsterdam. He flings the book out of his hand and says, nobody cares nothing about Amsterdam. You need to be over here trying to learn how to play Fortnite so we could win some money. Matter of fact, both of you all are being thrown out of school. You're not going to school anymore. You're going to play Fortnite. You're going to win us some money. And so hats off to Kyle Geiersdorf for his big win at Fortnite and for helping bring more discussion of the fact that video games are not from the devil, that video games can prove to be a source of income, and if your kids are playing, they're not out killing anybody, they're not out vandalizing, they're not out taking drugs, but they could make a valuable living. Now, am I going to suggest that everybody's kid goes out to Fortnite Championships and they spend 16 hours a day playing Fortnite? I'm not suggesting that. But what I am saying is you have a way to take your kid's passion, monetize it, even in local events. Like you can just, in surrounding cities where they hold these events, I think no one would disagree if your child says, hey, Mom, Dad, I think I'm that good. There's a tournament for $1,000. I could win at least $200. What do you say? I mean, come on.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, just you got to go just to try.
Right. And I mean, this guy, he's 16, but don't you think there are kids who are younger than that who play very well, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So with 250 million registered players for Fortnite, and 40 million of them participated in the online qualifiers for this, right? To get to the World Cup. And to get into the event, it's like $50 to $150. Do you know how much revenue that generates, right? Before too long, you're not going to be able to hold sports events and not include video games. It's classically going to be a part of our society. It's where we're going. So, join it, indulge in it, but I wouldn't say. But we'll come back to Kyle a little later. We're going to talk about something I think me and Plant can relate to very much is, what do you do when you're not playing video games like that'll ever happen? And normally I push it out to Plant, but I'm going to give him a little break. I'm going to start this time.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to start this time. So I'd like to say that when I'm not playing video games, I'm thinking about playing video games. I'm be real. I'm thinking about playing video games. However, there are lots of other things I like to do. I love to watch classic movies, so the old black and white films. I love doing that on a rainy day. But while I'm watching it, guess what I'm doing, Plant? I'm thinking about playing video games. I'm thinking about playing video games. Wow, this movie's so cool. I wonder if I can go play some Space Engineers. That's just what I'm thinking about. I love to read, and I love audiobooks. I love to exercise, so I like to go out and take a run. I like to do all those things. As a matter of fact, I had a conversation with a gentleman today, and he was like, where do you find time to play video games? He says, don't you think that's a little awkward? I'm like, look, I've been married 20 years. I got 2 boys I've raised. I've got 2 grandkids. I make time to play a little video game, and I have a job, dispelling the myth that gamers are sitting in their parents' basements and never doing anything like getting a real job, right? But when I'm not playing, I tend to go to those things as my go-to. Contrary to popular belief, not all gamers spend all their time gaming. Do you concur, sir?
Oh, absolutely. 1,000%. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think most gamers could stay stuck in a game for an obscene amount of hours.
Absolutely.
At some point, we all come out of it. And we all have to do normal things like eat and sleep.
Right.
Some less than others. But, to some degree, everybody's got to do that. I like to do a lot of other stuff, but the most fun thing to do outside of gaming for me is doing things that make me richer in order to afford to game on the level I want to game at.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's all about the JOB.
It is.
And using that to support my amazing habit.
And it is an amazing habit, right? Because if you think about all the things people and let's not confuse habit with addiction, because we're talking two different things. You know, people often make that mistake of thinking, oh, if this is your habit, that means you can't break away from it. No, my habit is my hobby. That's the best way I can put it. My habit is my hobby, and you know, as much as I can, I do. But there are other things that people like to do. I do a lot of drone flying. I love flying my drones. Ask me if I've ever shared footage with you guys. I've probably, well, that's got to be a YouTube video. It's got to be. So I'm gonna have to work that out. But I mean, those are the things that are classic to me. I mean, I love being with my family. Let's not forget that. I love hanging with my family and friends. You know, I like to go out and get a nice beer every now and again, shoot some crap with the boys. You know, those are things that are not to do. So
Absolutely.
that's you know, it's just to say that as gamers, we don't just, the games aren't our only thing, right? I mean, we have lives, we have things we like to do. But when we're not gaming, you know, we're just like anybody else. You know, we enjoy the finer things in life. Well, you know, sometimes sitting around picking my nose. If that's what I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to do outside of just playing a game. But, you know, we you know,
I mean, I like going out to eat. I like cooking. You know, it's just, we're not much different than other people.
Right. But if we gotta play all night and go to breakfast the next morning, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, all I'm saying is, now don't get me wrong, we are different to other people in the sense that, you know, me and my squad have, you know, taken over an entire galaxy, but it's whatever.
Right, exactly. exactly. But those are interesting things people really don't pay attention to. Not all gamers participate in that, and we've talked about this in previous podcasts about how, you know, we are no different from each other, but, you know, we do have those particular interests irregardless of gaming. It's not, you know, gaming may be one of our first loves, but I mean, we still have relationships with people and jobs to go on. And I appreciate going to work every day because it gives me that angst to be like, oh man, can't wait to get home. I got this great idea for what I want to do in this sandbox game. You know, I want to build this wonderful thing, or when I go home, the guys are getting together and playing this, and I'm gonna moderate tonight. You know, so it's not always about gaming.
Well, and that's a good point. Sometimes when I'm playing a game, it's like I'm. Well, gosh, what am I trying to say? Sometimes when I'm playing a game, I'm playing the game in order to help me with a real life issue or a real life task or something like that. Like when I'm playing Rocket League, if I want to do trading in Rocket League, I'm doing that, yes, to get items for my car in the game, but also maybe I want to try to up my knowledge in how a stock market works to some degree. And yeah, I mean, that's one reason why I got into the market, was because it would interest me how I could translate that to a real life thing.
Do you do trading? Do you do stock market trading? Do you do that?
So not right now, but I am looking to get in.
Wait, hold on, hold on, man. You got the juice on the, really. So that is something you gotten kind of like an interest in.
Yeah, and it completely spawns from the Rocket League market. Like I mean, like a lot of people say things like that. I mean it to the fullest. It completely 100% spawns from Rocket League trading market.
Wow. Now if I can ask, you know, what kind of things are you interested in on the stock market? Tech stocks or just
literally all the tech, all the games.
Why did I think about that? You know, so outside of gaming, you know, getting into the stock market, that's something you really want to look into.
Yeah. I didn't. Don't get me wrong, I haven't yet, but I've started to read up a little bit on it, and I am very interested in doing that for sure.
There are a couple of guys on my job the same way. They actually do day trading during the day, and they do with penny stocks and stuff like that. But they really kind of made this a kind of a class thing, you know, like we'll get up in the morning, we'll talk about games at work, and then somebody will say, hey, when the last time you checked your stock? You know, so You ought to come
Yep.
over to my corner. And for you guys who don't know, DCD Plant and Delic Devereaux, so we both work together. So you ought to come over to our pods, man, and they're talking about stocks all the time.
Yeah, I'd be down. I'd
Yeah.
be down.
That's interesting, man, because that's another one of those things that's just an offshoot of what people do when they're not gaming. I mean, it's gaming is my life, but I'm sorry, the other side of things is I want to do fun things that the other things in life that interest me, and right now I'm at mid age. I'm at my midlife crisis, right? But I think my midlife crisis is tech. So that's another thing that interests me.
That's a fun midlife crisis right there.
Right. So, I spend all my time going on Amazon shopping for all this new tech. I haven't done a video on it, guys, but I need to do the video on the tap for you guys to show you how to do that one hand keyboard thing. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
It looks so cool.
Right, but that's another avenue for me. I love tech and I love trying out tech, and I don't spend lots of money, but the little things that I gravitate to kind of just enrich your life just a little bit, just a little penny ante things. Those are things I like. And so, hey, we'll take it as it comes. I don't mind.
Oh yeah.
But I've got, one other thing to talk about that most people don't know is Plant drives a very fast car. And I know although you don't talk about it, you have got to be a car enthusiast, Plant. I know you got to be.
Yeah, I mean, to some degree, I don't know everything about cars.
No, but you knew enough to get that car.
Yeah. I enjoy a car as a whole. I've got a few different cars that I very much like, but I wouldn't say that I know like all the specs and all the engine. I'm not on that level, but I do appreciate a good car.
Right. Yeah. As opposed to me, who drives a little small coupe, a little coupe sedan, a little clown car. Let me tell you that I absolutely adore. Don't get it twisted.
Don't knock it because the trunk space though.
Right. I drive my little car, man. I love my car to death. My license plate says Tech Life because that's where I am. And so, and that again plays into this conversation where people just assume, oh, he's a gamer. That's all he did. I didn't say my license plate doesn't say Gamer Life. It says Tech Life, so love the technology, love to get out there and just and have a little fun there. Although, like you, I don't know all the specs of my car or whatever. I don't even know how to change my darn battery, okay? That's what the dealership is for, people. I'm taking my car to the dealership and I'm gonna let them change my battery because I'm not messing around with that. But that's how it is. What are you playing these days, Plant?
Well, if anybody come on the stream, everybody knows it's all about that Rocket League.
It's all about that Rocket League, right?
I'm trying to make the jump to champion in Rocket League.
Right. How's that coming along?
It's great and it's not. It is painful and it's wonderful all at the same time.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, also been playing some Outward. That's a really fun game.
Okay.
I need to do a VR stream because Beat Saber is my baby.
You got to get back on that. We need that, man. We need you to get back on that.
I mean, you want to see me get animated?
Oh yes.
A little crazy.
Oh, absolutely. I do want to see
VR.
That.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm loving it a lot. I mean, Apex a little bit every now and then when Puppet wants to play. But yeah, for the most part, that's about it. I am getting very excited for Ghost Recon.
Oh yeah,
out.
then the new one with the
yeah.
With
and
the
we
wolves.
need to get you, me, Ajax, and Chaos on the new DLC.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's like the it's a battle royale, right?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I mean, we don't need to play it avidly, but I would be very interested in trying it out.
Yeah. It's they've been doing some good things with the Ghost Recon thing. Tom, that has always been a solid form of a game. So they've been doing a real good
I've
job.
always liked Tom Clancy games. There was a game on the Xbox 360. Chaos played one that was called Future Soldier, and that was really good. That's
Oh
not the
yes,
one I'm thinking about.
I remember Future Soldier.
But it was like, I can't remember what it was called. But you said the commands in your mic, and you had troops. Tanks,
Yes.
helicopters, infantry,
Yes.
and it was like a big domination map. And each enemy had a weakness, and you had to say "Bravo team" to checkpoint Tango or something.
Yeah, I
And
remember
it was
that.
very cool and very interesting.
I remember.
But
that.
I've always liked Tom Clancy games, especially ever since that one. But
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
yeah, you're right. They've always
They've
kind
been
of
solid.
delivered and just been solid. Yeah.
So let's move on to Fortnite, man. Let's talk about this new wave of players coming into the realm of gaming, and we're gonna talk about Kyle Geiersdorf, who goes by the name Booga. That's a Booga. That's what I'm just. It's what it's called. Now, when interviewed and asked him what he was going to do with his money, you know what he says, right? What is the first thing a gamer's going to do with money? What's the first thing we're going to do?
PC.
No. We already got the PC. We got the stuff. What are we going to buy next? What do we need?
Game. I wonder if he said he wanted to buy. What's the currency in Fortnite?
Nope.
Bucks.
Close.
V-Bucks? Did he want to
No.
buy V-Bucks?
He said he planned to buy a new desk with his money. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Right there. That's solid.
Absolutely.
He doesn't say, I'm going to buy a new PC. He doesn't say, I'm going to buy a new this. I'm going to buy a new game system. I'm going to buy a new house. None of that stuff. He says, I'm going to buy a desk. Now, that's a gamer if I don't know anybody else. Because that's Plant, we've been through this. I went to IKEA. I went and decked out my. I went and bought a second desk to trick out so I could have an office space separate from my regular desk. And for this kid to win Fortnite at 16 and says, "Hey, look, I'm going out to buy a desk." And you know why? Because he's probably going to game, but he's probably also going to do his work. So he can advance, move on in life. But he says he plays up to 8 hours a day, 5 days a week in his room. First off, hats off to his parents. Hats off to his parents. Because it takes a lot for parents to believe in their kids.
Yeah.
And to know that they're not being nefarious or doing all these other things. So I want to give hats off to the Geiersdorf family for allowing their son to pursue his passion,
Well, that and respect, to them for trusting him about, him saying, I'm this good.
Right.
Right. I don't know what his story is and how many competitions he went to before that, but just the fact that they took him to a competition is insane.
Right. And I mean, he commented on a few other things. He said he was just aiming to get to the top 20. That was his goal. I want to get to the top 20. But he said after his first big game, he felt like he could win, and so he played a total of 6 games, about 23 minutes apiece, and boom. He wins the very first Fortnite World Cup.
Insane.
Right? And who introduced him to the game? I don't know if you read any articles, but he's been playing Fortnite for 2 years, and do you know who introduced him to the game?
No.
Take a wild guess.
His dad?
Ding, 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 Plant. His dad introduced him to the game, right?
That's crazy.
Right? And
dreams do come true.
Right? I mean, you want to talk about great parenting right there. I mean, share the love with your kids, right? And here's another point to that. As a parent, you work, you go out every day, earn your money, you teach your kid the idea of balance. And I don't doubt for one instance that he taught his kid the balance of, yes, you can play, but you've got responsibilities. Now, here's something interesting, Plant. Here's something interesting. Do you know how much a men's and women's singles champion for the U.S. Open, how much they walk away with as far as prize money?
No.
$3.8 million.
Oh.
This guy played 6 games and walked away with $3 million. They play rigorous, got to wrap their knees, they get stressed, it's hot, they're back and forth. $3.8 million. They could be playing Fortnite and walking away with the same amount of money. Right?
Yeah, that's insane.
I'm just saying.
And I mean, this kid will be playing that for a very long time.
Yeah.
He's just now getting started.
Well, and not only that, but here's the thing: he's mentioned in the article he wants to be safe with his money. He wants to invest it, and I think that is the smart. That's intelligent for a kid of 16 who's saying, "Look, I want to save my money. I want to invest it. Yes, it's a lot of money, but I still want to make it, where I can keep it, within its proper perspective, because you don't want to be no doubt this is where he's going. He's going to be playing games professionally for a while.
Oh yeah.
And let's talk about the other guys. So Kyle finished the tournament with 59 points. Harrison Chang, he's 24. He came in second place and won 1.8 million. 1.8 million. Do you hear what I'm saying? He won 1.8 million. And then there was another 16-year-old who won third place. It was his first major competition. He won 1.2 million. I mean, so you think about it. I mean, these are kids who are having a great opportunity to pursue their passion, do the things they want to do. And I think it says a lot for them to be able to accomplish this, again, with the help of their parents. I think that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, hats off to you, Kyle Geiersdorf, and we wish you best in your future endeavors of gaming. Hats off to the Geiersdorf family for being supportive. I think that's what everyone wants to be supported in whatever their passion is. So that's all the passion for us for this evening, guys. Thank you if you got a chance to join the stream. Newsflash, if you haven't already, you guys need to run out to DreamHack Atlanta. Go to the website. The tickets are on sale now. You want to go ahead and pick up those BYOC passes and join the 72 hours of pure gaming fun. Last year, Datclickdoe was there and playing. I think we had a great time, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
An insane amount of fun.
Lots of vendors.
And this year is going to be even better.
Yeah, it will be. It will be even better. And lots of vendors. Had a great time. And it's good to get with the community. So if you guys are at DreamHack Atlanta, look up Datclickdoe. We'll be running around with shirts on, so you'll see who we are. Also, get out there and get your tickets for TwitchCon, guys. September 27th through the 29th in San Diego. Pick them up. Hit us up at datclickdoe@gmail.com. If you were interested in meeting out that way, we're going to have a little camera crew there, so we'd be interested to get some of you guys on camera, interviewing you, talking about your stream. We want to help promote other people as well as promote ourselves, but we want to engage in the community. So hit us up. Go to our website, www.datclickdoe.com. Reach out to us that way too. Either way, we'll be happy to see you. Stay here on this channel. We'll be streaming all for the rest of the week and on this weekend. We appreciate everything you guys do. And Plant, if my hat don't say it, can you tell me what it's all about? Can you tell me what it's all about? All right, guys. We appreciate you stopping by. And you guys have a good evening. Plant, take it easy, brother. We'll see you on the next one.
Absolutely.
Later.